Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to chat with you about something that lately have been really on my mind, and I am talking about plants that I unboxed 1 month ago exactly. To be honest, I unboxed it on 18th of December, so in 2 days it will be 1 month. And these plants, some of them are thriving, others are no longer with us. So I want to go through the list of all of the plants and show you what is going on, which ones are alive and thriving, which ones are alive and hanging on there for the last hair of life, and also the ones that did not make it, and why, what happened, how soon it happened, and all of that. If you're curious to see the unboxing I filmed a month ago, I will leave a link over here. You can go ahead and watch it yourself. It will be an emotional roller coaster. Just prepare for that. It was a long video because there were so many cool plants. Most of these plants I was seeing for the first time in person, so it's extremely special for me, and I'm so happy that some of them are thriving and are happy in my care, and I'm really sad that some are not. So without further ado, without any other mumbling, let's just go through the list of these plants and let me tell you what the heck is going on. So first off, I had 3 Scindapsus on this list. I mean, in total there will be 14 plants. I mean, technically 15 plants, you'll see what I mean later. So first on the list first on the list were 3 Scindapsus. One was Silver Lady, another one was Silver Hero, and also a Silver Splash. And honestly, during the unboxing they already did not look like their best, but at the same time they were looking pretty good. I mean, except the Silver Splash. Silver Splash, immediately when I unboxed it, I already saw that something is really wrong with this plant, so I think they froze. This makes me extremely sad. I think they should be like all gray, all silverish, right? But I think they froze. Actually, this one really worries me because it doesn't look that happy, but hopefully it just, the shock, the stress, and it will bounce back in my care. My Scindapsus collection will grow so much, and this is so wow! Look at those. Okay, first of all, this side. This one, for some reason, Scindapsus seems to be like the most gentle plant from all of these, and they're like the most reacted to the cold, so hopefully everything will be fine. All of them are dead. All of them are no longer with us, and I was trying my best. I propagated all of them by a single node to have a better chance, a better percentage of them to survive, but honestly, all of them just rotted in my prop box, and I will share what I did with most of these plants, how am I, working with them, how I'm growing them, and what was my choices and why. So these 3 plants specifically I decided to put in a prop box because some of them were not rooted at all, others were just kind of fresh cuttings, so it looked like it would be like the smartest idea to put them in a prop box. Let me show you the box. This is the box I am talking about. So the main idea was to put them in a prop box and propagate them there because it's like the best environment for them ever. But unfortunately, I think it was too late and the frost really got onto them, and it looks like the Scindapsus are like the most sensitive plants to the frost from all of these blocks, which was honestly surprising because I just imagined them being a little bit more tough since they have that a little bit thicker leaf, like between Syngonium and Hoya. I mean, they have those leaves that are a little bit chunkier, not as chunky as Hoya, but at the same time not as thin as Syngoniums, if you know what I mean. So I really thought that they will be maybe a little bit more tough, but nope. All of them are dead. I'm actually a bit sad because I already had plans to put them on my shelf, so you'll see them in the background, just being all silver and splash in front of the sun, but unfortunately all of these 3 plants, yeah, they're out of this world. Oh my gosh. Okay, so since I already touched up on the Syngoniums, also in this box were 2 Syngoniums, and let's go one by one onto them. So the first Syngonium I unboxed, I think, was Syngonium Orea. Look at this, guys. This is Syngonium Orea. Look at those beautiful leaves. There's one on the way. Do you see that one? This spike, right? It's actually not one plant, I think, or maybe it is. And I'm so happy to say this, but this one is doing great. It's actually growing not the first pair of new leaves, but another one, not the first new leaf in my care, but already the second, collection of new leaves. So this is this plant. As you can tell, the oldest plant is kind of on the way. I think this might be like the frost bite over here, but all in all it looks great. This is the newest leaf that came in my care. I'm a little bit worried that it's not variegated like at all. Oh no, this is a second leaf. So this was the first leaf that came in my care. This one, look at this, beautiful, variegated, gorgeous. This one is actually standing really close to my grow light, to my mother grow light plant spectrum 32, so it receives a lot of sunlight. So I'm a little bit nervous why the heck it decided to give me this leaf, because I don't see a lot of variegation in here. It also have two babies over here, baby number 1 and baby number 2. Baby number 1 also gave me a new leaf that has a little bit of variegation, so it doesn't look that bad. This one gave me the tiniest little leaf ever that is also little bit variegated. So I'm really curious to see what they will do for me, you know, in the upcoming leaves, because it's actually getting like the best conditions I could give it. And honestly, it looks like it needs to be repotted soon, because the bottom part has like a bunch of roots in the bottom. I did not repot this one. It came in the spot. I left it in the spot to, you know, to adapt to my home environment and all of that. But yeah, really good, really good update in my opinion, because I have 4 new leaves in my care, so really excited. Honestly, a bit worried about the variegation, but you know what? In case something goes south or west, what is the saying, and I won't see any more variegation, I'll try to propagate it and start over, and who knows, maybe the variegation will bounce back. But all in all, the plant is happy. I lost only 1 leaf, I think, in this plant, and this one is not that sad for me at all, because I still have those beautiful yellow variegated leaves, but at the same time, it's happy. It's happy. I could not ask for anything else. Alright, another one Syngonium was Syngonium mottled. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. First of all, the shipping is once again 10 out of 10. Look at the size of this leaf. Look at the Syngonium. It's already half ears. Oh my gosh. This one was couple cuttings. I think it was in sphagnum moss, and they were looking kind of okay, but at the same time, the nodes that had, you know, those main leaves from the mama plant, all of those leaves are gone. They just rotted on me. So I had only nodes, but I still had the hope. So let me take them out and show you what the heck is going on. Okay, this one is not related. So all of them actually are growing right now, new leaves for me, and I'm not sure, should I maybe just take it out? Okay, let's just take them out. So okay, this, I have 4 cuttings of Syngonium mottled. This is a cutting number 1. This leaf grew in my care once again, and it's already working on a new leaf. Yes, it's not looking like the best ever, but at the same time it looks pretty good in my opinion. The weirdest part is that it's not growing any kind of roots for me. These are the roots that it came with, so instead of growing roots, it's decided to grow me the new growth, and I'm like, sure. Okay, so this is a cutting number 1. Let me take another ones. Okay, this one is not looking great as well. Once again, no new roots in the way, but the growth point is active and growing right now. So once again, it lost the main leaf that it had from the mother plant, but it's still kicking the business. Another one is pretty similar situation. No new roots, but the leaf is on the way. So new growth point is active and kicking. Oh my gosh, really exciting, right? And last but not least, one more cutting, and this one is the coolest of them all, because just look at this new root it gave me. It's so fluffy, it's so funny to watch it, because I just love how cool it looks. So very fluffy root, and at the same time it already not only grew me a new leaf that honestly did not unfurl, which is a little bit weird, but it's already working on the new leaf. Like, dude, please don't hurry, just take your time, okay? This one is really hurrying to grow for me, and I'm actually excited, but at the same time, just take your time and just open the leaves first before growing the new ones, you know? Okay, let me put it somehow back. Now, when it has this growth point, it's not as steady as I would want it to be, but anyhow. Okay, so these are the Syngoniums. So both of the Syngoniums are in box, both of them are thriving and growing new leaves. This one's, I think, like bounce back like the quickest of all of these plants. So really exciting if you were curious about ordering plants during the winter months. Syngonium seems to be pretty okay. So just saying. Okay, I'm looking to my list. All right, another one was Philodendron White Princess, and when I unboxed this blew my mind because it was a full grown plant and I was not expecting that. I thought I would just get all of the cuttings from the Urosh, but this dude is full of surprises. I think we already learned that. Wow. Look at the size of this plant. Look at those beautiful leaves. It has a baby. So here is how my white princess is looking right now, and it's not the best. I'm completely aware. We are losing the bottom leaves. They're like yellowing, and also to the frost I lost most of the variegation on the leaves. I mean, some of them kept the white pieces, which is beautiful and cool, right? But the youngest leaves are not looking that great, but at the same time they're still staying. They're thick and I can feel the resistance when I touch them, so they're not like dying or rotting on me. So I mean, it's completely fine in my opinion. It's okay that it has some signs of stress because obviously it was standing in a freezing warehouse where the temperature probably was around minus 10 degrees in Celsius, so not warm at all, and the heat pack was not working for at least 2 to 3 days during that time, so it's to be expected. But the fun part is that I finally can see a little snippet of new growth on the newest leaf, so hopefully soon I will see a new leaf, and I really hope this one will be variegated and beautiful and happy. Once again, this plant is standing really close to my grow light, so not too much of sunlight, but at the same time, like, I think this is like the perfect amount for it because it seems to be okay. It's somehow trying to bounce back. I actually repotted it because it was not looking good in the old soil mixture, and I think it just needs a little bit of time. So I'm trying not to touch it too much and just, giving it a time to adapt and all of that, but it's alive, it's still here, and I'm so happy about it. So Syngonium, Philodendron White Princess, still here, still flippin' happy. Kind of. I mean, it's trying to be happy. Alright, another one is actually the saddest one for me because it is a Philodendron pointy, and I went and unboxed it. It was huge. It had the coolest aerial roots. It was like spider or an octopus. It was just filling the space with beautiful foliage, beautiful root, like aerial roots, and it looked amazing. I mean, do you even see all of those? Oh, okay. Do you even see what the heck is going on in here? Do you see this? Do you see it right now? Or is it just me going insane? Do you see all of that? Wow. First off, I think we might lose like most of these leaves. The sad part that I noticed that it was really bitten by frost, so on every single leaf I could see lots of spots of frost, those like they become like almost rotten immediately, so it was really sad. I still had hope. I actually kept the main plant in the pot, but I actually decided to propagate it and put all of the node cuttings in my prog box once again because I thought this will be like the best idea. Did not help. And honestly, I think I lost this plant. This one, I mean, this leaf is dead. It's the last leaf I have of this plant, but at the same time, I mean, the node on the top here, node looks very dry, but also this part looks pretty chunky, so maybe there is still a chance. I'm not throwing this away. I want to give it some time and maybe it will surprise me with new growth points, so just letting it be. So this one, honestly, I'm not sure if it's alive or it's dead because it looks dead, but at the same time I can see some of, like life signs, so still keeping it. The aerial roots honestly are not that horrible looking, so not sure about this one. I mean, I keep on fingers crossed that this one is alive and just needs some time from all of that stress. At the same time, I'm really worried. Like really extremely worried about that one. Alright, another philodendron was domesticum variegated, and I received actually two of these plants. I received the unrooted cuttings that were beautiful, and the leaf size was about that size, so they looked so awesome. A lot of yellow variegation, looked fabulous. What the heck is going on? It's another yellow variegated plant. Is this a theme going on in this box, or am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? This one doesn't look sad at all. This one looks happy. This one once again looks like philodendron, and once again I have no idea what this one is. Of course, I will leave the names on the screen after I will finish unboxing this box. And I also received a rooted plant, like baby plant, also in a pot. Oh, this one is really cold. Oh, this one. Oh no, okay, yeah. What is this? What is that? So, like this one, I can tell that like half of the leaves will be dead because will be gone because they look very frozen at this moment. I'm sorry I got quiet because I'm really worried right now when I saw this one. First of all, it looks so beautiful, so gorgeous, and I'm so sad that it's so frozen. I mean, wow, if these plants would stay in this box for a couple more days until Monday, I don't know what would happen, guys. I mean, I will try my best to save this one, of course. Most of the leaves won't survive, unfortunately, but couple of the leaves actually look completely fine, so maybe not all of them will be lost, but I have no idea what the heck is it. It looks like a variegated philodendron. Is it a yellow variegation? And honestly, both of these plants are no longer with us. Already when unboxing it, I saw that the baby plant wasn't looking good. I still had hope, of course, I always do have hope, but it did not work out. I think in like first 3 days it rotted on me, even though it was standing close to the other plants that are still alive. So I did give it the best conditions I could work on, you know, but at the same time it wasn't enough. I think it was a bit too late already because it was really frozen, and the cuttings that were unrooted, they rotted like also in the first 2 days, I think, first 3 days maybe. At first the leaves just fell off, and then the nodes themselves just rotted on me. So I tried to propagate them in water and also in perlite, but that was like a no-go already, and that was so sad because once again, this was the first time I saw this plant in person, and I really had the idea and hope that, oh my gosh, this will be so awesome if it will survive and be happy in my home. Did not happen. So, you know, I'm trying to look at this video of updates like with a little bit of a smile, because I still had the experience of unboxing them, seeing them in person, trying to revive them and just give them a chance. So all of that experience, of course, is priceless, and I had a lot of fun at the same time, and I received some experience from that. But also, it's sad that it did not work out, you know? So I'm trying to smile here and just say, oh well, but at the same time it's flipping killing me inside. So just keep that in mind. If I look smiley and all of that, I'm just trying to keep myself together for this video, but I'm really sad that it did not work out, you know. But let's get to the other plant. Alright, this one is a fun update. So I also received beautiful big cuttings of Philodendron Melaniachrysum. Kidding me? This one is completely fine. Look at it, guys. This is so beautiful. And both of these cuttings are actually doing great, so I'm so excited about it. Let me show you. I actually put both of them in my prop box. This is a cutting number 1. Unfortunately, the top leaf over here was like a new leaf coming out. This one died on me, so that's really sad. Oh my gosh, I got scared that I saw a tree, but this is like an old sphagnum. So this plant looks kind of okay. The leaves are still here, no browning, no anything. So it looks like these conditions of the sprout box are kind of working. I also can see that it's growing a beautiful fluffy root for me, so everything is kind of okay. I guess it needs a little bit more time, but this specific cutting is happy, and this makes me so happy. Let me put you back. And there were also another cutting that is even happier, guys. Oh my gosh. Actually, this is the first time I take it out of this, like conditions of these Pro Box, and just look at all of those roots. This one looks like a flippin' spider, even though the leaves had a little bit of a damage on them. But look at all of those roots, guys. This makes me so happy. This definitely will be surviving and growing in my care, and I am so excited. I love this newest leaf. This one is the largest one and looks so cool. I cannot wait to see how they will look on the sunlight, because I have baby plants as well. And the leaves, guys, Melaniachrysum leaves, honestly, from whole of my collection are the shiniest leaves, because whenever the sun hits them, they're just looking like diamonds. Very beautiful plant. Really excited about this one. Oh my gosh, all of these roots make me so happy. You have no idea, guys. Okay, where to put you? Alright, another sad one. So there was also a Philodendron Burlmarks, and that one was so beautiful. The variegation amount on this plant was insane. Once again, these were cuttings in sphagnumos. I do not remember where they rooted already or not. I think not. Look at all of that yellow. I'm so sorry, I forgot I need to show you everything. I'm so sorry. Look at these variegations, guys. Oh my god. Oh wow. Wow, I'm really trying so hard not to cry. I'm really trying my best. And honestly, I had a big hope for it, because they were packed together with Monstera Orea, and Monstera Orea is actually doing great. I will show you in a minute, but the Philodendron Burlmarks actually did not make it. It also died on me like one of the first plants from the whole box. It took maybe 2 or 3 days once again, and it just rotted on me. I think I tried to propagate it in water, but then I noticed that the leaves started to fall off, and then once again the nodes just rotted. So did not make it. Really sad, because I still have the other one, but this one reverted on me. Of course, I still have hope. Maybe with more sunlight during the summer or springtime, I will see some variegation on them, but honestly, there's like a really small chance for that. So I'm really sad that I lost those beautiful chunky leaves. It was huge, guys. The leaves were so beautiful, so it really works on my nerves that I did not save it. But at the same time, I think there was no chance already. So unfortunate, right? So unfortunate. Okay, another one is a Philodendron strawberry shake, and once again this one was an interesting one. It was already planted in a tiny pot, but the plant itself wasn't that big or small. I mean, it was a bit smaller than the White Princess, but it still was, a decent size plant. Maybe Philodendron strawberry shake or painted me. Oh wow, okay, this leaf is frozen. Oh, but this one is fine. This one is fine. I'm just looking at camera, he's still alive. This one is, oh my gosh, the color on this stem is insane. Look at that. So I was really hoping for it to survive, because the bigger plants have, in my opinion, are a little bit more tougher than the baby plants. Turns out it's not the case, at least with strawberry shakes. So what happened, it started to lose leaves. I mean, they dried out. So once again, I think it was the cold damage, obviously. And then I noticed that the node itself started to shrink, and I was like, oh, this is really not looking good. So I decided to cut it into nodes and put all of the nodes and the main plant, like with a root ball, to the perlite box. And honestly, all of the cuttings died, all of them, except the rooted ones. So the main part, the bottom part, actually is growing, and right now I can see, oh yeah, we have a lot of roof, and I also can see a new growth point on it. So let me take it to show you somehow. Okay, so first off, we have lots of roots. Oop. Okay, so look at it. I have a growth point. Can you see? Where is this finger? Look at it. New growth point is growing, guys. So I did not lose the strawberry shake, and this makes me so happy, because actually in his letter Ura said that this was his favorite plant. So I was so sad when I saw that it started to decline on me, and I just gave my best. I reacted really quickly when I saw the first signs of death. And it worked. This one is, I think this one will be fine. I actually have Ooh, okay, there are 2 growth points. So not only this one, but there is also this one. Little tiny pink node. Can you see? Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Okay, let me dig it back into the box. So once again, a very happy update. Strawberry shake, I think we'll make it. So, okay, another one. Another one was Philodendron Hydration variegata. This looks like a heart-shaped philodendron. Look at this, vargated. You know what? I feel like I am in trivia in this video because I do not know all of the names and I just need to work with my brain. And words, like names, you know, you already know by now, right? This one is also doing great. There was a unrooted cutting and it had 3 or 4 nodes, and I decided to propagate them immediately because it was not looking that great, but at the same time it had some growth points on each of the node. So I thought, okay, let's make this like a better chance of surviving and just propagate all of those nodes, and in case like the bottom part will start to rot or the top part will start to rot, I will have the middle node still alive. And you know what? I think this was a great idea because all of them are growing new growth points. So instead of having 1 cutting, I have 3 right now. Okay, let me show you them. Oh, okay, the roots are insane on this one. Oh, this makes me so happy, guys. You have no idea. Okay, so this is like the bottom cutting. Look at all of those roots I have right now with some perlite, and also I have these beautiful growth points, beautiful leaf. It's still alive. Actually, this one do not have any signs of cold damage, which is insane and makes me extremely happy. So the bottom cutting is doing great. Okay, then we have a middle cutting. Let me put this one back somehow. Okay. The middle cutting is growing a new growth point as well. The roots on this one are a little bit smaller, but once again, when I got that, like the bottom cutting, I mean the whole cutting, when I unboxed it, already had a little bit of roots, so they just had an easier start. And this one, the roots, aerial roots, were not growing at all, so finally they're active and digging into the perlite, and the growth point is active as well. So really exciting. And the last one is a top cutting. Okay, this one is happy as well. Look at all those. Okay, look at all those aerial roots. So this one cutting have 2 nodes on it, and I decided to leave it as it is. And it's actually growing new leaf right now. And also, it's happy. It's happy, guys. This is happy one. Oh, this makes me so happy. Okay, this one put in back. And we have 2 more. So another one. Wait, so what do I have in the here? Oh, Florida Beauty. Okay, another one. Florida Beauty. Philodendron Florida Beauty. When I unboxed it once again, this one had a lot of cold damage. It was planted in soil and it was kind of small baby, about that size, so it wasn't like too big. Is this variegated Philodendron Florida Beauty? What the heck? Okay, this one also, once again, please don't forget that it's winter over here, so the plants, of course, are really stressed. They were in this box for about over 6 days, so it still looks kind of cool. The leaves on this one was already like rotten from the cold, so I immediately had to cut off all of the leaves. And not only the leaves, I actually have this, like the bottom cutting, just like I had with strawberry shake, in my prop box over here. And you know what, the weirdest part is that this was like the baby that was growing, so this one is rotten, but the main node, this one is still green. This one still has chunk to it, so it's resistant whenever I push it. So you know what, I still am giving it a go. I'm not throwing it away because the roots as well are not looking that bad. So maybe, I mean, I can see some new roots growing. This one, you can see that the tip of it is white, so it's kind of growing. So maybe it just needs a little bit of time from all of the stress and it will bounce back on me. So you know what, I'm just leaving it. It's not taking like any more work for me or any more of anything. It's just growing there, maybe not growing, but trying to survive, so I'm just keeping it. So that one, it's not thriving, but at the same time it's still kind of hanging on there, and while it's not rotting, I just decided to keep it, because why the heck not? Since it's still alive, I want to give it a chance, and who knows, maybe just like strawberry shake, it will shoot a new growth point and will be a happy, beautiful plant. Because once again, Florida Beauty, this was the first time I could hold it in my hands. I saw it in person, it was really exciting. So hopefully this box will have some more cool updates for you soon, but this is 1 month update, and we have last plant. This was like the main plant that Uroš decided to send me, so he said in his email that he will send me Monstera Orea and couple more cuttings. Couple more, right? But this one was like the main plant, and I knew that I'm waiting for this one. And the most fun part is that this one is the happiest of them all, I would say, because it's doing amazing. By Uroš instructions, I just keep it in the water, and look at it. All of those crazy roots grew in my care. This cutting was unrooted, so there were two beautiful aerial roots, but they did not have any kind of shoots of new roots, so all of these roots are growing in my care, and this makes me so happy. And what makes me even more happy is this shoot, guys. There were no new growth, I mean, there was like this tiny spike that you could not even feel by touching, so it was aligned together with the node, so it was very fresh, you know, and nothing was going on with it. And finally, just look at this horn growing. I cannot wait to see what kind of leaf will grow out of it, and this is really exciting for me, because this one, even though it was on the very top of the box, it did not suffer any damage. I mean, there's little tip of black over here. Oh. And the very tip of the leaf as well has a little bit of black. But that's it. This whole leaf seems to be so happy. It's growing, and it's looking fabulous, if you ask me. So this one, every single day when I go to my grow light to turn it on, this one is standing really close to it and makes me so stoked for the day, for the, you know, for the new day, new beginning, when I see that this plant is growing and thriving. And soon I might pot it up and see how it's doing. So really excited about this one. He's so cool. So cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And these are all of the plants from the box. So as you can tell, okay, I have a list. Let me tell you how much survived of these. So out of 14 plants, 8 are still alive. So I lost 6 plants. I mean, if we will count that the domesticum was 2 different plants, I mean cuttings and a plant, so I lost 7 plants and 8 are still here. So it's almost like 50-50, and you know what? I was expecting to have a little bit a better ratio, to be honest, because, you know, I was doing my best. But honestly, it's still better than nothing. I'm still so happy that even though these plants were in the transit for almost a week, and the heat pack was working for only, I think, first 3 or 4 days. So for the rest of these of this transit, they were just standing in freezing warehouse. They still made it, and these are tropical plants, and they're pretty, you know, like perky plants. They're variegated plants, and like Melaniachrysum and stuff like that, they're doing great. This is just a miracle itself, and I'm so happy to see it in person, to see how they're doing, to see the progress of every single plant, how they're kicking back to the life and all of that. So I'm so happy that I can share this in my videos with you guys, and let me know what you think about this video. Do you want to see more updates like in another month or so? And what would you recommend maybe? What kind of medium should I plant this Monstera Orea into? Of course, it's a little bit too early. I want to see how long I can just keep it in water, because for now it seems very happy in the water, so I want to keep it a bit longer. But just share your thoughts, opinions, maybe your experiences with the plants. I'm still not sure about the pointy, so should I keep it? Maybe I should cover it with moss, so keep a little bit more moisture, or maybe that will make only rotting a bit faster. So any ideas, any tips and tricks are always welcome in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. And before leaving you, of course, let me teach you another language lesson. Okay, so since I had a notebook in this video, let me teach you how to say notebook in Lithuanian and in Russian. And I mean notebook, not like the laptop, but the notebook, like the paper one. So if you want to say notebook in Lithuanian, you need to say užrašų knygutė. Once again, užrašų knygutė. And if you want to say notebook in Russian, you need to say записная книжка. Once again, записная книжка. This is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to see more updates on these plants and of course other planty videos. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, comment, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one.